Euthanasia. The idea of a nation disposing of its participants because they are weak or frail is a frightening idea. However, it is one that is prevalent in our society today. According to Webster's dictionary, euthanasia is defined as the act or practice of killing or permitting the death of a hopelessly sick or injured individual in a relatively painless way for reasons of mercy. My challenge today is that everyone will discern where they stand on this issue. The heart of the issue is this: is it ever okay to allow a person to be eliminated because of a sickness, because they're ill, because they're impaired in some way? And is it ever okay to allow that person to make the decision for themselves that they will choose to end their life? Today we'll discuss euthanasia. We'll go into the background, where it started, where we can specifically see studies that delineate the issue clearly. Then we'll move into the implications of these studies. What does it mean for us? What does it mean for the United States? And then we'll summarize those results and summarize the whole issue, and finally conclude with my ideas and why I believe that euthanasia needs to be understood and cannot be allowed to spread throughout our nation. The Netherlands and Belgium have been a spotlight for euthanasia for many years. This is because in 2002, the Netherlands led the way as they officially allowed the idea of euthanasia. The idea has also been seen in the United States through the Death with Dignity Act that came through in Oregon in 1994. David Sclair addressed this topic, who, as he said, on January 17, 2006, this Death with Dignity Act was approved through a 6-3 vote with the Supreme Court, as they authorized allowing physicians to assist their terminally ill patients in ending their lives. What implications does this have for us? The Netherlands allowed patients to end their lives. It seeps into the United States, and we now allow patients to choose to take their own lives and physicians to assist them in that act. What does that mean for us? My biggest concern with this is, how is life regarded? Where is the value of life? Is it easily taken and thrown away when something seems broken? Or is it protected and treasured, as I believe it needs to be? Herbert Hendon, author for the Psychiatric Times, echoes my fears with this issue as he compares the situation in the Netherlands to Oregon. Through various studies, he's discovered that the Netherlands euthanasia policies often were neither compassionate or in accord with the standards they set. He said that 25% of doctors did choose to take a life without proper consent, while 33% agreed that they would consider the idea. Now this whole topic becomes scary. Not only are patients choosing to end their lives, but doctors are choosing for the patients. In the Netherlands, the elderly are often terrified to go into a clinic because they don't know if that day will be their last, with or without their consent. So, a summary of this topic. To be fair, some people do hold euthanasia in high respect. The Palliative Health conducted a survey in Oregon in 2001. They sent out questionnaires to all people in hospice cares and in social services. And 95% of those people did believe that patients should be able to choose their own personal story. People should be able to choose whether they want to continue to fight, whether they want to continue to battle, or if they know their life is over, to end it now. And while I do understand the ideas behind this, that line can be blurred so easily, as it already has been in the Netherlands, and that is my great fear for this country, that we will fall into the same fate, and our weak participants will no longer be protected, but be thrust into a dangerous, dangerous world. I have heard a story about this personally with a friend whose mother died. She had a heart condition, and one day decided in a hospice house that she no longer wanted to fight. She no longer wanted to take her medication. So in this particular place, that was her option. She didn't have to take the medicine if she didn't want to. And eventually that did lead to her death, and that was her decision. This is a scary thought to me. She chose take medicine that was keeping her alive, and it was allowed in a hospital. Again, where will that lead? Are we going to allow this principle to continually spread until it's no longer our choice anymore? It's out of our control. Many questions remain with this issue. I realize that there are many things I could not address. Many people wonder what role trauma plays in this. Whether it's a large issue, what if someone has suffered great danger? They aren't mentally able to make their own decisions. Are they allowed to choose to essentially take their own lives through a doctor? Or what can be done about this? In the journal of trauma, they're still researching deeply into this issue, trying to answer some of these remaining questions that we all have. Finally, I want to end with, again, the idea of human life. What does human life mean to you? What is human life mean to you? What is the purpose of life? Is it to create a perfect nation where we get rid of those impaired, we get rid of the handicapped, we get rid of the mentally weak? Or do we take the weak, as we should do, and help build them up? Let's protect our participants. We've learned about the Netherlands, about Belgium, and the issues that are there today. We've learned about euthanasia seeping into the United States and how that's impacting us and the implications that that has. We've summarized the ideas of some people, some that believe it's a positive idea, and why they believe that. And finally, we've led back into the conclusion where it's stated that I believe euthanasia is very dangerous and something we all must understand and be aware of, as it may continue to spread throughout our nation.